about all the immortals. He knows their stories. He knows their predilections, their strengths and weaknesses. He would know MacLeod very well. He would know MacLeod wasn't going to do it. So I don't know. And that's what made him such a great character, is that I never trusted him. I never knew what he meant. I never knew how serious he was about anything.
Live, Highlander. Grow stronger. Fight another day.
The piece of music for the Methos episode, Racing with the Devil. Well, Keith and I have known each other for years, and we had actually worked on another song for a previous season of Highlander. So I think we talked about this episode and that it'd be really great to have a song to go through all this motorcycle stuff. And so I called Keith up, and he was home from the road for a while, and a couple of weeks, and he said, yeah, he'd love to do it. It was a really tight turnaround. We weren't actually going to be able to see the pictures before he could write this, so I told him basically what we needed and the kind of thing, and he sent a tape over like 2 days later, and I listened to it and said, wow, this is great. I had a few comments, timing-wise, really, about taking out a couple of choruses and things, because I don't think it ran more than a minute and a half or so, and he had this great 4-minute song. If you ever had a chance to hear the whole 4-minute song, it really, really goes. So he delivered over this multi-track tape, which we took into the studio and mixed it, I think, the night before we were mixing the episode. And I think it laid in there really beautifully, and it really worked aggressively with the motorcycle sounds and that sort of thing. That was a lot of fun.
My first connection with Highlander, I got sent these pages for an audition. My agent said, you know, they're shooting in Paris, a couple of days' work. Do you have any interest in it? I looked at it, I had no idea what it was about. It just didn't make any sense. There was some crazy nonsense about sacrificing my head, having my head chopped off, and some other garbage about being on stage with Caesar and then on stage with the Rolling Stones. I didn't know what any of it meant. I had absolutely no clue.
I cannot beat him. I have tried. He will take my head, and then he will have the strength to take yours.
So after 5,000 years, your only solution is that I kill you?
He can beat me. He might beat you. He can't beat both of us.
Got the job, went out there, filmed that stuff under the bridge in Paris with all the smoke. This guy, Adrian Paul, didn't know who he was, meant nothing to me. Came over, introduced himself. He seemed to be wearing a sleeping bag. It was all kind of bizarre.
Why?
Because I didn't know if you could beat him. It's a chance I couldn't take. Remember, Highlander, live, grow stronger. Fight another day.
I now look back at it, and it's changed my life so profoundly. I mean, I now live 5,000 miles away. I have a child who will grow up with an accent that is completely unrelated to my own at the bottom of a mountain where we will go snowboarding, next to the ocean where the orcas swim by every year. And my acting, my craft is so totally altered by my work, my experience on Highlander, the places I've had to go with the character of Methos. I'm profoundly changed by it. And I mean, it's this strange little show about immortality. And here I am 5 years after we shot the final episode, still talking about it. It's a show that will not die.